Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your StarCraft Venture 2407 pop-up travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration when parking. You're going to have this slide coming out on the side over here, but I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power plug stores right in here at the rear of the unit on your driver's side of your tow vehicle, and your water will connect there. So park accordingly so you can utilize facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, I recommend putting a little stick-on level on the side of your unit. Have someone watch that while you level your unit. Simply crank this down to the right to bring up. Once you got unit level, we're going to stabilize it. Alright, once we got our unit stable, we're going to go ahead and open it up. We're going to walk around the unit, take off these clips. Four on your off camp side. So all these clips are off. Take this hand crank right here. Get in here and start cranking the unit to the right to bring it up. Alright, now I'm going to crank the unit up from here. I'm sure you're going to want to watch this red cable here. Once that's taut, you're up as far as you want to go. Alright, so we've got this nice and taut. Probably use about one more crank. Alright, we're all set. I'm going to pull these beds out. Alright, come back here, your stabilizing jacks. Here's what that looks like. Get those grooves on the grooves up here. Just crank these down to the right. I'm going to recommend some stabilizing jack pads. Put them down on the ground. It'll keep these from sinking into the ground. Keep it from getting dirt and debris on it. Run these down just until they're taut. You already got your unit level. Just run these down just until they support the unit. Then over here on your slide, you're going to lift up on this handle. Pull this to the right and scoop this up underneath. This will bring that up. Someone will lift up on this handle. See if I can get it to go up like that. And that'll go up underneath there. Put them down on both sides. There's the stabilizing jacks. Well, handles here. Simply pull that. Do you feel that's all the way out? Do the same thing on the rear. cut those out, and we're going to go ahead and find the bracings for those. So a few things on the outside now. Go around and make sure that all these are zipped down on all your corners. And you've got a couple braces here. Curved edge to the top. Lock that in. So whatever corner you put that in, put the other one in the opposite corner. So I've got one in that back right corner. Once them are in, you got two sets of brackets to hold your beds. The doubled ones go in the back, these ones go in the front. Let these go in. Round end's gonna go in here. Curved end is gonna go up here, like that. But gotta kind of use my back to lift it, so let me get that in for you. All right, so when those are in, those will look like that. Round end in here. Hook that up in there, both sides. Now in the back, I just remembered, you're gonna want to start with your bed closed. Where you set these in here. One end goes in the bottom. The other end will set right up in here. Metal piece on both sides. Once them are set up, then grab your bed and pull it out over top of it. There's your support system. Now let's go ahead, before going any further, let's hook up our power. Power cord is going to be in this back corner here. I went ahead and plugged your unit in. At the end of this 30 amp service, if you need, in your convenience pack is a 30 to 15 amperage reducer. So if you need to plug into a 110, now let's bring this slide out. Let's grab your handles here. Pull it straight out towards you. We're going to come up inside and set our beds up real quick. So on each end here, you are going to have like a shepherd's hook, curved at this end, little clip at the other end. Our curve is going to be pointed up. Take that clip. I'll get you to see this. There are two little rivets on that bar. We're going to put that clip right in between those two rivets. And we're going to push this up. Just going to push that out. This is going to go up underneath here and clip right in there. Push this in to get there. Usually a two-handed job. Let me see if I can get it in there. There we go. So you see how that sets there? Couple cushions to remove over here. Grab your short shepherd's hook. Same thing. Curved end up. Wide end right there. Clip that in. Lift this up and out. This will push up in the same spot here. Get up in there, push your button in. That'll snap that up in there like that. And lastly, one more down at this end. Pretty simple process. Sometimes these are tight to get in there, which is a good thing. That means your tent's nice and tight. Alright, got all of our beds set up. Over here we got a table to remove. I'll show you here. This will be the back. This is access to some storage. You'll have the same thing over here. Your cushion back. Slide our table over and more storage here. We'll pull our table and cushions out. Put a lot of cushions up underneath there, or your table here. See here, after we get our cushions out, we've got our griddle that was set right up over on this table here. Here's your other access to storage. You set your table back down in there. But you just put your cushions on the back here. You got a fat one for the bottom, short one for the back. Over here, these will be for the other side. Then you've got your short cushions that'll fit around this sofa area here. Let's go finish setting up at the outside. You're going to bring these Velcros around all the way up outside of your cable there. Underneath here, I recommend getting a couple of strings and tying these so that they go over. Just pull down all your corners. Same thing over here. Bring your Velcro around. The storage area over here. Continuing your Velcros, here's your other safety bar on this side. And then again, get you a few strings that'll hold this nice and tight up underneath there. Alright, the outside set up. Let me show you where we're going to hook our water up at. At campsites, down here we're going to hook up to city water. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi. Use this every time you put water in here because you don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites. All you do is hook this up here and hook up your hose. Now go inside, turn that water tap on, get some water going through the lines. Once you got some water going through the lines, you can turn your hot water heater on. Now if you're going to go dry camping, you just come up here and fill up your tank with water. Now on the inside there's a panel, you can tell when this is full, or there's an overflow valve right here. Once that's full, put your cap back on, and then whenever you want to utilize that fresh water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up at the campsites, that's already pressurized. Alright, we got power and water now. Let me show you, this is a flue for your furnace. Two things, make sure it's never blocked, and if you are running your furnace, steer clear of it, it does get hot. Spare tire on the back. Coming around your campsite. These are both access to the back of your fridge. Couple of 110s out here. Your griddle inside will sit on this lip here with a quick connect LP right there. Got a nice docking porch light here. Battery posts, check them every now and then, make sure those haven't wiggled loose over time. Propane, lefty loosey to open. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look at the last few items on the inside. Alright, so first thing coming in the unit, right at the doorway is going to be your fire extinguisher. Make sure you and everyone that's camped with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of emergency. To the right over here, just some storage. Come in, so I've set everything up. Underneath here, I'll show you when we close up, there's a metal clip back there that'll clip this grill onto. There's how you set your cushions up there. Same thing over here on your dinette area. Underneath here you have some storage. A cooler. Individual lighting here. This will come down for a hanger. Coming over here on the wall, this is your thermostat. That's in case you ever decide to put an air conditioner on here. There's actually a pre-wire for that. Down below here is going to be your carbon monoxide and propane detector. More storage here. This could be access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Looks like 30s all in there. Recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. Your 110 with GFCI reset. Your furnace heat release. On the left side here, a 110. More storage. New fridge. Show you how to bring up your sink here. Just gonna grab the front, lift it up, push it up toward the wall there. Storage, access to the water lines. More storage over here, little night light. Here's your griddle. Again, metal clamp on the back will come right out and clip on out there. And that about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're going to leave the campsite and close the unit up. I'll start by tucking away as many cushions as I can. You have to make sure everything is lower than where these beds are going to slide in. We'll take our grill and clip it back in there again. I'll show you how that works. Right down there is the metal clip. And just use the lip from back here. Once you clip that on, we'll start filling this space with cushions. Alright, before we close the unit up, I want to show you, after getting inside, I found an extra set of bars. And this is how they'll go. So the first set of bars we put in the front will go to your front hole and into the slot. This curved one, I'm going to back up to try to show you how it sets in there. Up here it just goes in back behind the wood on both sides. And then these ones will go into your front holes. I'll give you a good view of this so you can see how that sets up. So it's extra support for this front bunk because it does set out a lot wider. All right, let's close it up. All right, you see how I've stacked the cushions? Put your table here, folded down our rears, stacked our cushions here, so all the beds and everything can push in. We'll go ahead and start removing these. You'll come up here and push in on the bottom one. That'll actually push in both of them. Pull that down and let this fold down. Sometimes you may have to push the bar forward. Most times it just falls for you. Repeat the process on each end. Just push in, let these fall forward. Take your bars. Actually, you might even want to store these bars on the floor. Now we've got them in. I'm going to go outside and remove all the bottom supports. And take all of these canvas that we put around the outside to the inside. And then at each corner, we will remove the safety bracket. Back over here, put these cushions back around behind them. I'm gonna lift some of these up. Cushions back behind here. And remove this safety bar. I'll use 2 hands on that. All right, we got our safety bars removed. All of our canvas loosened up. If you have straps underneath here, remove them. Move all of our safety bars, store them inside. Pull this back a little bit. I should sit about right there. Go to the other end, do the same thing. Just lift this up, push it in. A little easier with 2 hands. Get that one tucked in. Got our end beds pushed in. Now we'll push our side in. Get inside, make sure everything's tucked out of the way and tuck that in good. Okay, once we got that pushed in, we're gonna lock these back. I did not show you how to unlock these, but you must remove these. And I'll hook on here if I can get it up in there. Again, a two-handed job. But hook both of them on. There's one on each side. So push forward and hook that in. That is the lock for the slide mechanism. Make sure, excuse me, get that where you can see it. That's the lock from slide mechanism. Make sure you get that snap back on, and make sure you unsnap it in order to open this up. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and crank it back down. Got everything tucked in. Open it to the left. I'd come down about halfway and go through and start tucking things in. Sure you tuck this cable in. One person tucking, one person cranking makes it a quicker job. One last time to get all your flaps in. Bring it down till your cable's loose. We're going to lift it back up, tuck your door in. Now we're going to walk around the unit, put all these clamps back on. After we're done here, we're going to bring up all of our stabilizing jacks, unhook our power. You may have to push down on these a little bit. Unhook our power, our cable, and our water. Tuck this back inside. Make sure you lock these all the way around. There's 4 on this side, we'll get them down. Hook up our hitch and head on home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this venture for many years to come. Happy camping.